Good evening. Good evening. And welcome to the Suffolk Police Department promotion ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our special guests. We have Mayor Linda Johnson, Vice Mayor Charles Brown, we have Councilman Duman, Councilman Parr, Councilman Gardy, Councilman Fawcett. I also would like to recognize Councilman Ward and Councilman Miltier as members of the Suffolk City Council. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize our constitutional officers who are in attendance tonight. We have Commonwealth's Attorney Phil Ferguson. We have the Clerk of Court, Randy Carter, Commissioner of Revenue Tom Hazelwood, and Sheriff Raleigh Isaacs. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not welcome each of you, the family and friends of the promotees tonight. Today begins a new chapter in these officers' careers. This is an exciting time for them, and they should be recognized for this accomplishment. For some of them, this is one more step of many that they have taken in their career. For others, this is their first time rising to the ranks of supervision. There will be challenges ahead for each of them, but I'm confident that they will meet these challenges. Please rise, if you would, for the invocation and presentation of colors from the Suffolk Police Department Honor Guard, and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, bless these officers as they take the next step in their career, guide them in their path, and make them fruitful in their ways. Cause them to be a light of righteousness for other officers to follow. Give them wise counsel in their time of need, and bless them with their protection for both of them and their families. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We'll now take a moment and share with you brief biographical sketches of our honorees. Master Police Officer Select William Shockley. Officer William Shockley joined the Suffolk Police Department in July of 2004 and was assigned to uniform patrol from February of 2005 to March of 2007. During that tenure, he was certified as a radar operator, intoxilizer operator, and a street evidence technician. In March of 2007, he was assigned to the Neighborhood Enforcement Team and served in that unit until August of 2010. In August of 2010, Officer Shockley was promoted to detective and was assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division, where he is currently assigned. Detective Shockley worked in the Property Crime Section until January of 2012, when he was transferred to the Violent Crime Section. Detective Shockley graduated from Virginia Tech University with a Bachelor of Science in Sociology and a minor in Political Science in 2001. He currently lives in Chesapeake with his wife Sharon and his 7-year-old daughter Sierra. Tonight, Detective Shockley is being promoted to the rank of Master Police Officer. Sergeant Select James Sobers. Officer James Sobers, Jr. began his career with the Suffolk Police Department in January of 2008 and graduated from the Hampton Roads Criminal Justice Training Academy. Officer Sobers has successfully completed basic traffic fatality investigation, bicycle pedestrian fatality investigation, commercial motor vehicle fatality investigation, and advanced motorcycle fatality investigation schools. Officer Sobers has also been certified as a field training officer and was most recently assigned to the traffic unit. Officer Sobers received an award from Mothers Against Drunk Driving for having the most DUI arrests in the city of Suffolk in the year 2012. Officer Sobers would like to thank his wife Elisa and his daughter Isabella for their support. Tonight, Officer Sobers is being promoted to the rank of sergeant. Sergeant Select Raul Hudson. Officer Raul Hudson joined Suffolk Police Department in July of 2009 and attended Hampton Roads Criminal Justice Training Academy. Prior to joining the department, Officer Hudson was in the United States Navy and served this nation for more than 12 years on active duty. Officer Hudson discharged honorably from the United States Navy in 2009. He has served in a uniform patrol capacity at both precincts. Officer Hudson attended several courses to include anti-terrorism for first responders, motor vehicle safety inspection, and radar lidar operator speed measurement school. In 2012, Officer Hudson became a field training officer for the department. Officer Hudson is also currently serving in the Army National Guard as a water purification engineer and combat lifesaver. In 2005, Officer Hudson graduated from the University of Laverne, California, with a Bachelor's of Science degree in criminology. Officer Hudson is the husband of Mrs. Rashida Hudson. He is also the proud parent of Ezekiel, and Azari. Tonight, Officer Hudson is being promoted to the rank of sergeant. Lieutenant Select Adam Smith. Sergeant Adam Smith joined the Suffolk Police Department on October 1st of 2004. After graduating from the Hampton Roads Regional Justice Training Academy, he was assigned to uniform patrol out of the downtown precinct. Sergeant Smith served as a field training officer while assigned to uniform patrol. In 2007, Adam was assigned to the newly formed Neighborhood Enforcement Team, responsible for handling gang investigations within the city. Sergeant Smith was also assigned to the SWAT team in 2007. In 2009, Sergeant Smith was assigned to the Special Investigations Unit. While in Special Investigations, Adam was promoted to sergeant in April of 2010 and went back to uniform patrol for a short period of time. After his promotion to sergeant, Adam Smith was appointed as a SWAT team leader. In November of 2010, Sergeant Smith was reassigned back to the Neighborhood Enforcement Team as a supervisor in charge of the unit. In 2011, Sergeant Smith was recognized as the Supervisor of the Year for the Suffolk Police Department. Sergeant Smith served as a Neighborhood Enforcement Team Supervisor for 3 years before being promoted to lieutenant and being assigned back to uniform patrol and taking over as a SWAT operational commander. Tonight, Sergeant Smith is being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Lieutenant Select Mark Erie. Sergeant Mark Erie joined the Suffolk Police Department on April 16, 1999, and graduated first in his class at the Chesapeake Public Safety Academy. Sergeant Erie has also completed several training courses over the years to include radar operator, field training officer, general instructor, a level 2 crash investigator, speed enforcement instructor, and basic internal affairs. In 2004, Officer Erie was recognized as the officer of the second quarter, and in 2005 was promoted to the rank of Master Police Officer. In 2010, he obtained the rank of Police Sergeant and was also recognized as Supervisor of the Year. Sergeant Erie also has a Bachelor of Arts degree from Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania. He's married to Heather Erie, and they have 2 wonderful children, Zoe and Emma. Tonight, Sergeant Erie is being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Lieutenant Select Alfred Chandler. Sergeant Alfred Chandler joined the Suffolk Police Department in April of 1999. Sergeant Chandler graduated from the 40th session of the Chesapeake Public Safety Academy and served as president of his class. Sergeant Chandler served as a uniform patrol officer, crime scene technician, intoxilizer operator, radar, lidar operator, and field training officer. Sergeant Chandler is a general instructor and an ASP baton instructor, and was also certified as a hostage crisis negotiator. He also serves on the department's honor guard as an operator, as well as a department bugler. Sergeant Chandler served on the Suffolk SWAT team as an operator and also served as a detective in the Criminal Investigations Division. Sergeant Chandler was promoted to sergeant in 2007 and served as supervisor for uniform patrol and criminal investigations. Sergeant Chandler is a veteran of the Virginia Army National Guard and the United States Army. Sergeant Chandler has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and is currently working towards his master's degree in criminal justice management. Sergeant Chandler and his wife Tisa have 4 children, Elliot, Aaron, Eric, and Elisa. Sergeant Chandler is also active with the community and serves on the music ministry at his church. Tonight, Sergeant Chandler is being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Captain Select James Bowie. James Danny Bowie was hired by the Suffolk Police Department in September of 1996. Following his graduation from the Chesapeake Police Academy, he served in the Uniform Patrol Division, where he served as a field training officer. In 2000, then Officer Bowie was assigned to the Special Investigations Unit as an investigator, where he worked primarily on long and short-term narcotics investigations. During his time in Special Investigations, Investigator Bowie was promoted twice, once as a Master Patrol Officer, then again as a Sergeant. Sergeant Bowie returned to the Uniform Patrol Division for a short period of time before he was again reassigned to the Sergeant's position in the Special Investigations Unit. Sergeant Bowie, during his career, was chosen to be the Sergeant in the newly formed Neighborhood Enforcement Team. While serving as a Sergeant in the Neighborhood Enforcement Team, Sergeant Bowie was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant. Lieutenant Bowie returned to Uniform Patrol Division for a short period of time before being reassigned to the Special Operations Division. During his career, he has served as a member of the department's SWAT team and is currently the Administrative Team Commander. He has also attended various schools, such as the West Point Leadership School. Captain Bowie has received certifications as a General Instructor, Firearms Instructor, Gang Specialist, and in 2001, then Lieutenant Bowie was named Officer of the Year and has received numerous departmental commendations. He has been married to Estelita Bowie for 16 years. They have 2 children, Daniel Bowie, who is serving in the United States Army, and Ashley Bowie, who is currently in the Police Academy. Tonight, Lieutenant Bowie is being promoted to the rank of Captain. Major Select Steve Patterson. Captain Steve Patterson joined the Suffolk Police Department on September 9, 1994. He attended the Chesapeake Police Academy, where he graduated from, and was assigned to Uniform Patrol Services in January of 1995. In February of 1998, Steve was transferred to the Special Investigations Unit, conducting vice and narcotics investigations. In December of 1999, Steve was promoted to the rank of Sergeant and transferred to the Uniform Patrol Division. In June of 2003, Steve was assigned to lead the department's Community Improvement Unit, which addressed quality of life issues within various communities in Suffolk. In February of 2004, Steve was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant and transferred once again to the Uniform Patrol Division. In March of 2005, Steve was transferred to the Special Investigations Unit as a commanding officer. In April of 2010, Steve was promoted to the rank of Captain and transferred to the Uniform Patrol Division as a Sector 1 Division Commander. In January of this year, Steve was transferred to the Criminal Investigations Division as a Division Commander. Captain Patterson is a graduate of the Federal Bureau of Investigation's National Academy 240th session, as well as the Virginia Association of Chiefs of Police Professional Executive Leadership School, the 29th session. Steve has received multiple awards during his career, to include Officer of the Year, Supervisor of the Year, and the Department's Community Service Award for his membership in and assistance to various community groups in the city of Suffolk. During his career with the department, Steve has earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Governmental Administration and his Master's degree in Public Administration. He is married to his wife Pam and has 2 children, Megan and Lauren. Tonight, Captain Patterson is being promoted to the rank of Major. I now invite our Clerk of Court, Randy Carter, to come forward for the swearing in of the promotees. MPO Select William Shockley.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, William Shockley,
I, William Shockley,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a Master Police Officer
a Master Police Officer
with the City of Suffolk Police
of
Department
the City of Suffolk Police Department,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Sergeant Selects James Sobers and Raul Hudson.
I state your name.
I, James Silvers,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a Sergeant
a Sergeant
with the City of Suffolk Police Department
of the City of Suffolk Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Lieutenant Selects Alfred Chandler, Mark Erie, and Timothy Adam Smith.
I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a lieutenant
a lieutenant
with the City of Suffolk Police Department
with the City of Suffolk Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Captain Select James Danny Bowie.
I, James Bowie,
I, James Wood,
do solemnly swear or affirm
swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
that I will faithfully and impartially
and faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a captain
captain
with the City of Suffolk Police Department,
of the City of Suffolk Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Major Select Steve Patterson.
I, Steve Patterson,
I, Steve Patterson,
do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a major
a major
with the City of Suffolk Police
of the
Department,
City of Suffolk Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
If I could have all the promotees come in front, please. And one more round of applause for all of them, please. It is customary here at the Suffolk Police Department for new promotees to designate a family member or friend to have the honor of pinning them with their new badge. I ask now for that special person to come forward. You may now pin your loved one. Don't draw blood. Thank you very much to the family members. You may return to your seat. Oh, Daddy. Now I would like to welcome our mayor, Linda Johnson, for some special remarks.
Good evening. And what a really, really special evening this is. I want to welcome the members of the Suffolk Police Department and their families and friends gathered here today for this momentous occasion. These are always such important occasions. It's truly an honor and a privilege for me to speak with you this evening at this promotion ceremony, especially since I'm surrounded by those individuals that have my deepest respect and admiration, the dedicated members of our Suffolk Police Department. As we commemorated the 12th anniversary yesterday of the tragedy of 9/11, we are especially mindful of the tremendous sacrifices that are made by our public safety personnel each and every day. Yes, life is different now after the loss of our innocence that day. I was talking with a young mom yesterday in this grocery store for a few minutes, and she said, I'm sad. I'm sad that my child won't know the pre-9/11 world. But even so, life is still beautiful. This is still America, and everything here is still so worthwhile and wonderful. So there are no words to convey the depth of our appreciation and gratitude for all that you do and that you willingly put yourself in harm's way every single day so that we can go about our lives in peace. For that and for so much more that we just don't even have time endlessly to thank you, heartfelt and warm, because we really do love you and we appreciate each and everything you do every single day. Each of you knows firsthand that it takes a special person to be a police officer. Not anyone, just anyone can do it. I often say I'm not sure I could be a public safety person because I'm not sure what I'd do when I walk up on something. I'm just not sure that I'm as strong as you all are. And so for that, again, I say thank you. You'll never know just how much you mean to us because you know what? Sometimes I think we take for granted that you will always be there. And that's why this is such a wonderful place to be. So just as you leave this evening, just think about that every single citizen, as we go to bed tonight, I want everyone to say, God bless you, keep you safe. And every night that I lay my head on my pillow, I do say, God bless you and keep our public safety safe. Thank you so much for everything you do. To each and every one of you this evening, congratulations. These are milestones. These are very special things. And so I just want to say, in our department tonight changes. It grows. Our city is growing. And as that happens, we grow. So having these new positions and having things realigned the way they are will only make us better, more efficient, and make each of you stronger. So thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here with you this evening along with other members of City Council. We do appreciate you, and we will do anything we can to support you in any way we can. Thank you so much.
Now I'd like to welcome our city manager, Selena Cuffey-Glenn.
Thank you, Major Smith. Good evening, Mayor Johnson, Vice Mayor, members of City Council, our constitutional officers, and other elected and appointed officials, Chief Bennett, fellow employees, and family members. On behalf of the City Administration, I would like to congratulate each of our honorees on their promotions. One writer said, there are 3 qualities that make a person a success in any business or any walk of life: desire, dedication, and determination. A desire to make a difference, a dedication to a cause or a purpose, and a determination to succeed. We are grateful that you have committed yourselves to a civic calling that embodies each of those qualities. Today, we celebrate your reaching a successful milestone in your career and applaud your quest to provide exceptional public safety to the citizens of this great city of Suffolk. Congratulations again to you and your families on a job well done. Thank you.
Please welcome Chief Thomas E. Bennett as he gives some reflections on these promotees.
Thank you, Major, and good evening, everyone, and congratulations to our newest promotees. I'd like to start off tonight by recognizing the family and close friends of our promotees. Police officers have a very difficult job. They work crazy hours. They have to work a lot of overtime. They sit in court all day when they're half asleep. They miss or have to work holidays and miss holidays. They miss kids' birthdays. So it's a big commitment to be a police officer, and to be a successful police officer, as obviously these folks are, you have to have support at home. And if you don't, you're not going to be a success at work. So at this time, I would ask that all family members and close friends of our promotees please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for your support. Career advancement doesn't happen by accident. All of you have had to work very hard in your careers to get where you are today. All of you have to have intelligence. You have to be dedicated to your job. If you weren't dedicated to your job, you wouldn't be where you are. You have to have determination. This job is not easy. As I've said just a second ago, you have to have support of a lot of people, your family, friends, and your fellow officers, just to name a few. Positioning is very important to progressing within any agency. Sometimes you have to have good timing, and a lot of times you need a little good luck. In the years to come, each one of you will take on significantly more important leadership roles in this police department. Some of you have been leaders for a while. Some of you guys on this side of the room are just becoming leaders. But each and every one of your jobs is critical. And I want to talk just a few minutes tonight about leadership and what we all need to remember. And this not only applies to police officers, but it applies to any profession and everyone in life. About a month ago, I was attending the Virginia Association of Chiefs of Police annual conference in Williamsburg, Virginia. And one of the presenters was a man by the name of Dr. James Reese. Dr. Reese is a retired FBI agent. He's been retired for quite a while, and he was one of the first profilers. He got the profiling program started in the FBI. And he speaks across the country to all kinds of organizations, about 200 times a year. And he was giving a presentation to about 75 chiefs and deputy chiefs on ethical leadership. And during the course of this presentation, he talked about what are the traits of a good leader. And when he started talking about this, I knew I wanted to pass this along, especially to you guys up front here tonight and to all of our people. So let me go over these real quick. 10 traits of a good leader, according to Dr. Reese. And none of you that work for the Suffolk Police Department should be surprised about number one, because we talk about this all the time. Honesty. Display sincerity, integrity, and candor in all your actions. Deceptive behavior will not inspire trust. The second one is competency. Your actions should be based on reason and moral principles. Do not make decisions based on emotional desires or feelings. That is one of the hardest things I've had to learn in my career, is learn when to notch it back and maybe not say something, or maybe wait a while before you say something. It's very hard to do sometimes. You need to be forward-looking. Set goals and have a vision of the future. The goals must be owned throughout the organization. Effective leaders envision what they want and how to get it. They habitually pick priorities stemming from their basic values. Inspiring. Display confidence in all that you do. By showing endurance in mental, physical, and spiritual stamina, you will inspire others to reach for new heights. Take charge when necessary. Intelligence. Read, study, and seek challenging assignments. Never just sit back on your laurels. Every one of you and everyone in this room should learn something every day. We can always learn stuff and better ourselves. So I challenge each one of you to do that. Be fair-minded. Show fair treatment to all people. Prejudice is the enemy of justice. Display empathy by being sensitive to the feelings, values, interests, and well-being of others. Be broad-minded. Seek out diversity. Be courageous. have the perseverance to accomplish goals regardless of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, display a confident calmness when under stress. Sometimes things aren't easy. I know all of you know that. And sometimes it takes a lot of work to get something done. And sometimes that wears on your patience. But you have to keep going after things. If they're worth going after, you have to keep doing it no matter what it takes. Be straightforward. Use sound judgment to make good decisions at the right time. And I know all of our Suffolk folks have heard me say, don't be a leader that's hesitant to make decisions. Make a decision. We all make bad decisions occasionally. Learn from it when you make it. Don't make it a second time. It's worse to be an indecisive leader than it is to just make decisions. Your men want you to lead and lead them. You'll do fine. The last one is be imaginative. Make timely and appropriate changes in your thinking, plans, and methods. Show creativity by thinking of new and better goals, ideas, and solutions to problems. Be innovative. So we've talked about many of these before. There's a few new ones, but keep those in mind as you're developing and enhancing your leadership styles. In closing, I want to congratulate each one of you. You are the leaders of our organization. Our people desire, whether they act like it or not, I'm telling you, they desire and they deserve the leadership that I know each one of you will provide. I know that you will all do a good job. I'm proud of what you have all accomplished in your careers, and I look forward to the many future successes that each one of you will have. Congratulations again to each one of you, and good luck.
It's a tradition here at the Suffolk Police Department for the highest ranking promotee to take a moment to reflect on this occasion on behalf of each of the promotees before you tonight. I invite Major Steve Patterson to provide his comments at this time.
Good evening. Good evening. Madam Mayor, members of council, Madam Manager, elected officials, Chief Bennett, fellow officers, family, and friends. On behalf of all the promotees here tonight, we would like to say thank you for being here with us and celebrating this milestone in our career. It's truly appreciated by all, and we know your support is unwavering for us. I'd like to take a minute and speak about our promotees so you'll know some things about them. I've had the pleasure of working with several of these gentlemen for many years. At night, we've spent some time together in the middle of the night at scenes and at situations that people say, well, where are you going? Well, we're going to do what we're dedicated to. That's our jobs. And we spend a lot of time together. These are by far some of the most hardworking, dedicated, intelligent people I've had the opportunity to work with. It's kind of a funny story that on August 1st, when these promotions were to take effect, several of us spent our promotion night at a shooting scene that turned into a tactical operation, out working during the middle of the night. And we laughed with each other how we brought our new positions in while we were at work and all together. So basically, these guys, they work very hard, and that's what it's about being a policeman. They're trying to work hard. They come from basic various backgrounds of investigations, patrol, tactics, and training, and undoubtedly, their promotions will be great assets in providing proactive law enforcement services to our communities. With that being said, I'd like to offer a little bit of advice to our new promotees, and that is about their supervision career coming up. Our department, in my opinion, and I know several of you in here will agree with me, that we are one of the best in Tidewater, if not the best. As a department, I've seen us go through good times, I've seen us go through bad times. I've seen us come together for natural disasters when officers are coming from home to help out, and I've seen us mourn for fallen officers. Undoubtedly, we're a force to be reckoned with when challenged with adversity. But in our current times, we're seeming to spend a lot of time being concerned with our staffing and what we don't have. And what I want to pass on to you tonight is that we can't sit around and use staffing as a hindrance. We need to implore each of ourselves and challenge ourselves to drive our people to be successful. That's how we're going to get somewhere and get something done. So basically what I'd like to say to everybody being promoted tonight, by working with our people and our staff members we can make responsible choices of our resources and do the job that we've been put out here to do. A proactive police force is paramount to this. We have to be proactive. It is our responsibility to ensure that with our personnel, we get the jobs done. We have citizens depending on us to protect their homes, highways, businesses, and themselves. We cannot let them down. If we instill our hard-working, proactive work values into your team members and lead by example, we will conquer the issues related to staff and continue to be a proud police force. On a personal note, I'd like to say thank you to those family, friends, and coworkers over the years, and sometimes it's been all one and the same, who throughout my career have championed for me, brought me back in line when needed, and still today are valued members of my support team who I turn to for advice and guidance when needed. The list is way too long, but several of you in here tonight, you know who you are. In closing, I'd like to say again, thank you for all being here tonight. It's a privilege to serve you and our city in these new positions. Chief Bennett, thank you for this opportunity to expand our careers. Good luck to all of us. Good luck to all of you, and thank you.
Thank you, Major Patterson. Those are wonderful words. Now, please rise, if you would, for the benediction, and afterwards join us for refreshments as we continue to honor these officers. Lord, bless the ones who wear the badge, the ones who walk the beat. Protect and keep us safe while we are on the street. As we wait and as we watch, doing good for all, guide our minds and give us strength for each and every call. Ready to put our lives on the line, give us courage each day. Let us know you're always there in each and every way. Lord, bless the ones who wear the badge, protect them from harm. Always keep them safe and in your loving arms. In your Son's name we pray, amen. Thank you all for coming this evening.